King Cobra versus Mongoose Killer. In the humid tropical jungles of Asia, death can come from the silent darkness or from a slight noise in the rotting leaves. These seemingly small creatures carry weapons that make even the ruler wary. The game of survival begins where no one knows who will be the hunter and who will be the prey. Won the cruel battle. Won the cruel battle. The sun shines its weak rays on the rotting leaves of the tropical forest. This is one of the wildest and most mysterious kingdoms on the planet, where every day is a battle for life and death. Under the canopy of ancient trees, in almost absolute silence, silent assassins are waiting. This is the kingdom of venom, claws, and bravery, battles that leave behind uncompromising survival stories. In the layer of dry leaves and tangled tree roots, the air is as still as if holding its breath. On the wet ground, a body over 4 meters long slithered silently. The King Cobra, the master of silence, was tracking its prey. Its forked tongue continuously swept through the air, collecting invisible scent molecules, leading it straight to its target. A few steps away, a smaller snake was moving slowly, slithering through the rotten leaves. It stopped, raised its head in alertness, its eyes quickly scanning the surroundings, but was completely unaware of the giant shadow lying in ambush right behind it. Time seemed to freeze. The distance was only measured in breaths. In that deathly silence, every passing moment became a tightening rope, signaling the inevitable moment of explosion. The King Cobra rushed forward. The small snake writhed, then became completely still. The King Cobra raised its head, swallowing its prey. In its world, not only rodents or small birds, but also its own kind become prey. This is the king of snakes, a predator that turns every encounter into an execution. In the tropical jungles stretching from India, Southeast Asia to Indonesia, there is a creature hiding under the shade of bamboo and rotten leaves, spreading fear throughout the natural world. It is the King Cobra, the longest venomous snake on the planet, reaching 5 to 6 meters, with a solid body and majesty that makes it a living legend. The King Cobra possesses a wide head, sharp yellow eyes, and shiny scales of olive green, brown, or black. When provoked, it raises up to a third of its body length, opens its characteristic crest and emits a deep, prolonged hiss that makes even predators retreat. Unlike most snakes, the King Cobra is a snake hunter. It feeds on other snakes, from non-venomous snakes to extremely venomous snakes, like the common cobra, and even its own kind. With its forked tongue, it senses the faint scent in the air, patiently stalking before launching a lightning-fast bite, injecting venom containing a powerful neurotoxin that paralyzes the prey's nervous system in the blink of an eye. A single bite from a king cobra can release enough venom to kill a small elephant. Breeding season usually occurs at the beginning of the rainy season. Males engage in hand-to-hand combat by raising their bodies, entwining with each other to gain access to the female. After mating, the female builds a leaf nest nearly 50 centimeters high and lays about 20 to 40 eggs. She guards the nest until the eggs hatch, a rare protective behavior in the snake world. The hatchlings are nearly half a meter long and possess enough venom to kill a human. Despite being the king of snakes, the king cobra still has enemies. The snake eagle, the large bird of prey, and especially the mongoose with its speed, courage, and resistance to venom can take it down. In the middle of the tropical jungle, the king cobra does not need to roar like a lion, nor does it need the strength of a pack like a hyena. Its authority lies in its deadly silence, its cold gaze, and its fatal blow. That is why it is called the true king of the snake world. But even those who call themselves kings cannot rule completely. In the natural world, there are always unexpected opponents, small but fearsomely reckless. That is the mongoose, who dares to face death and turns the encounter into a ruthless battle to the death. In a land where jungles and grasslands meet in the Indian subcontinent, where legends are born, a classic battle is about to reenact. The sun is like a fireball setting, dyeing the sky red with blood, signaling the upcoming bloodshed. The King of Snakes has arrived. The King Cobra stands tall, its shadow stretching across the ground like an evil god. But every power has its challenger. The small warrior Mongoose steps forward. The King Cobra raises its neck high, its crest spreads like a death shield, hissing with each beat. In response to the challenge, the mongoose bristles, lowers its body, its fiery eyes never waver as it circles around the god of death. Suddenly the fight breaks out. The tug of war continues in a violent storm. The battle ends. The killer with the giant venom is motionless. The small one raises its head in victory. This is not just a hunt, but a cruel proof that in nature, bravery and wisdom can defeat even the god of death. In the lands that stretch across South Asia, hidden behind low bushes, there is a compact animal but famous for its courage. It is the mongoose, a creature that seems weak, but possesses the courage to make even notorious killers like venomous snakes wear. Mongooses are small, only about 25 to 60 centimeters long, weighing from 1 to 2 kilograms depending on the species. They have gray-brown or yellow-brown fur, short legs, sharp claws for digging, and bright, alert eyes. They walk low and gracefully, but they are exceptionally agile. As omnivores, mongooses hunt scorpions, insects, small birds, mice, lizards, and even venomous snakes. They are famous for their resistance to venom, allowing them to engage in deadly battles with cobras, an enemy that most other species would retreat from. Mongooses rely not only on resistance, but also on speed, extremely fast reflexes, and intelligence when fighting. Mongooses can dodge a cobra's attack in a split second, then counterattack precisely on the back of the neck. Some species live in organized packs, with sentinels that warn of danger with different calls to each enemy. They They are a rare small mammal that regularly wins encounters with venomous snakes. Breeding season occurs year-round, depending on species and environmental conditions. After about 60 to 70 days of gestation, female mongooses give birth to 2 to 4 young. The young are cared for and protected by the entire, a typical social survival strategy. They mature quickly, and within a few months can follow their mother to hunt. Despite their tenacity, mongooses still face giant predators such as falcons, hawks, hyenas, and large snakes.
The group is clearly agitated.
However, their clever evasion, speed, and pack coordination help them regularly escape the jaws of death. In the wild, mongooses are living proof that size is not everything. With their tenacity, intelligence, and unique resistance to poison, they become one of the most formidable small warriors on the planet. The small one can sometimes turn the tables on death. But there is another warrior who does not rely on resistance to poison or speed, but on stubbornness and arrogance. That is the honey badger, a small creature, but has the reputation of being the most fearless on the planet. On the quiet grassland, the sunlight burns the cracked ground. In the dry grass, a long shadow crawls slowly. Each movement is supple like an underground fire. The snake stops, its neck raised high, its crest puffed up, its cold hiss tearing apart the quiet space. On the opposite side, the honey badger appears. Its short body, its black and white fur standing upright, its bright eyes locking onto its opponent. It does not rush forward, only takes each step firmly, as if challenging death right in front of it. The air was heavy, each passing second heavy as stone. Both of them were motionless for a few breaths, only the wind rustling through the grass. And then that tense string was about to snap, signaling the inevitable violent explosion. The two warriors charged at each other. In an instant, the death's fangs pierced, the venom spreading into the blood, making the honey badger dizzy, collapsing onto the dry grass. Just a few minutes later, it struggled to get up, its eyes brighter than ever. It charged again. The snake writhed, then became completely still. Among the dry, sunburnt grasslands and rugged bushes of Africa, there is a small creature that makes the whole natural world wary. It is the honey badger, a famous fearless animal, a symbol of daring and stubbornness. The honey badger has a short, solid body, 60 to 80 centimeters long, weighing about 9 to 16 kilograms. Its characteristic fur with a black stripe running along its body, bordered by a layer of gray or white fur, creates the feeling of a natural armor. Its strong, sharp claws help it dig, attack, and defend itself effectively. The honey badger is an opportunistic omnivore. It hunts from scorpions, venomous snakes, birds, rodents, to honeycombs full of sweet honey, which is the origin of its name. The special bravery of the honey badger lies in its ability to withstand venom. They can be bitten by a cobra and fall down, but after a few hours they wake up and continue the battle. With sharp teeth and strong jaws, it often attacks the enemy's vital weak points, especially the head. Honey badgers can repel even lions or hyenas thanks to their aggressiveness and endurance. Despite their small size, honey badgers often seize prey from larger species without flinching. Honey badgers are usually solitary, only looking for each other during the breeding season. After about 6 to 8 weeks of pregnancy, the female gives birth to 1 to 2 young, which are raised in earthen burrows or crevices. The young stick with their mother for many months, learning how to hunt and defend themselves through observation and practice. Few species dare to confront honey badgers directly, but lions, hyenas, and large eagles can still pose a threat. However, most predators choose to stay away because an encounter with a honey badger can leave serious wounds. On the harsh steppe, the honey badger is a living proof that stubbornness and courage are sometimes stronger than strength and size. a small warrior, but always stepping out of the darkness with the appearance of an indomitable person. Between the jungle and the harsh steppe, life is always challenged at every moment. Each species possesses its own weapon to fight death. In nature, there is no permanent ruler. Only warriors who know how to adapt can survive. And that survival war continues, fierce but also incredibly majestic. Which weapon impresses you the most, the venom of the King Cobra or the speed of the Mongoose? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. If you love the ultimate survival battles, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. Luangwa, the pulse of the wild. Dawn descends upon the Luangwa Valley, Zambia. The first light of day filters through mopane tree canopies, reflecting off the dry earth and red dust. The calls of awakening birds echo across the landscape, marking the beginning of another day full of movement in the wild. Across the vast plains, a herd of zebras moves leisurely, their interlacing black and white stripes blending with the morning light to create a vivid living canvas. Crochet zebra, an endemic subspecies found only in the Luangwa Valley, is a striking presence within this ecosystem. Unlike other zebras, Crochet's boasts narrow, consistent stripes without the shadowy middle bands seen in plain zebras. Each individual carries a unique barcode-like pattern, helping members identify each other, particularly between mothers and their young. They are herd animals, moving in tightly structured groups, led by a dominant male, with several females and their offspring following behind. The herd travels in search of fresh grass and water, frequently changing locations to avoid predators. Zebras are quintessential grazers, yet their defensive instincts are highly developed. Their ears are constantly in motion, and eyes positioned on either side of the head provide nearly 360-degree vision. When threatened, the herd bands together, with males striking out with their hooves and females shielding the foals. In today's herd, a newborn foal just a few weeks old is learning to integrate into the group. It plays between the strong legs of its mother and siblings, exploring the world with wobbly yet curious steps. Not far away, hidden in dense low shrub, a golden figure lies in wait. A female cheetah is teaching her cubs the essential survival skill of hunting. With footsteps as light as the wind, and a coat of small spots blending perfectly with the morning sun, she is almost invisible within the savanna landscape. The target appears. A zebra foal, just a few paces away, enters her sights. The mother cheetah lowers herself, belly to the ground. Her two cubs mimic her movements, clumsy yet eager. The zebra herd continues its journey across the plains, the foal now staying close beside its mother. The silhouette of the cheetah fades back into the brush. Behind her, young eyes quietly observe, learning how to become tomorrow's hunters. Failure is not uncommon for predators like cheetahs. On the contrary, every unsuccessful stalk is part of a continuous cycle of learning, training, and honing instinct. Especially for the cubs, it is an early lesson in patience and limitation. The cheetah, Acinonyx jubatus, is the only large cat with claws that cannot fully retract, a trait that allows it to reach speeds of over 100 kilometers per hour in just a few seconds. On the Luangwa plains, where open space and flat terrain abound, the cheetah exploits its speed advantage to close in on and take down prey through sheer acceleration. Their bodies are optimally designed for speed, deep chests, long legs, a flexible spine, and a long tail for balance during sharp turns. Their pale golden coat, marked with small black spots, blends perfectly into the sun-scorched grasses. The distinctive black lines running from their eyes down to their mouths, known as tear marks, help reduce sun glare and enhance focus in bright conditions. Unlike other large cats, cheetahs primarily hunt during daylight hours when visibility is at its best. They live solitarily or in small family groups, usually consisting of a mother and her cubs. With limited climbing ability, cheetahs do not hoist their kills into trees and lack the strength to defend their prey from hyenas or lions, often forcing them to eat quickly or abandon the kill when discovered. Despite their reputation as the speed kings, cheetahs succeed in only about 50% of their hunts. One misstep, a wrong turn, or even a few seconds of delay can allow prey to escape. But from each failure, survival skills are refined as pounces become more accurate. Distances shortened, stalking more patient. For cheetahs, failure is not the end. It is a stepping stone towards perfection in a world where speed determines survival. In the late afternoon on the Luangwa plains, sunlight bears down on cracked earth and withering yellow grass. A troop of baboons spreads out across the ground, foraging among rocks, tree roots, and low thickets. Their constant grunts and exchanges echo like familiar signals within a tightly knit and highly alert society. This is a large troop with a clear social structure. A dominant male stands guard, females tend to their young, and smaller groups fan out to search for food. The infants cling to their mothers, learning to dig for roots while curiously watching every movement around them. Baboons, Papio ursinus, are among Africa's most intelligent primates. They are robust in build, with gray-brown fur and long dog-like muzzles giving them a distinctive appearance. Though capable climbers, they spend most of their time on the ground, where agility and stamina allow them to cover several kilometers each day in search of food. Omnivorous by nature, baboons have a broad diet: roots, seeds, insects, bird eggs, and even carrion if the opportunity arises. This varied diet helps them thrive under the harsh conditions of the dry season. While most of the troop is engrossed in foraging, no one notices the golden shadow creeping close to the earth, a female leopard, silent and nearly invisible. Is approaching. She moves without haste, without error. She waits, and then the chance comes. Baboons are highly intelligent and well organized. Their vocal and physical signaling system is complex enough to warn of threats, yet even so, a moment's lapse can turn into tragedy. The gazes cast towards the distance, where the leopard has vanished, serve as a reminder that whether on the ground or in the trees, the wild never permits a drop in vigilance. As the noises from the ground slowly fade, above, a completely different image emerges, peaceful, graceful, and serene. In the clear skies above Luangwa Valley, a pair of gray-crowned cranes forage together, embodying the elegance and eternal bond of one of Africa's most iconic birds. Species, the gray-crowned crane, Baliga procrec, is also known as the gray-crowned crane, one of the most striking birds of the African plains. Standing up to 1 meter tall, they are adorned with graceful gray plumage, a long curved neck, and most notably, a golden crown of feathers atop their heads, making them unmistakable. Unlike most cranes that are restricted to wetlands, the gray-crowned crane is well adapted to open habitats like savannas, riverine grasslands, and seasonal marshes. They can stand for hours in the open, watching or foraging with remarkable composure. Their diet consists mostly of insects, seeds, roots, and occasionally small animals such as frogs or lizards. One of the most fascinating traits of this crane species is their lifelong monogamous pairing. Once bonded, they rarely separate. Each breeding season, the pair performs a unique courtship dance, flaring their wings, bowing, spinning, and calling out in resonant tones, like a graceful symphony of wild love. In the harsh wilderness of Luangwa, where the chase between life and death plays out daily, the gray-crowned crane stands as a symbol of peace. Pride and endurance, an essential figure in the rich ecological tapestry of Africa. From the sandy riverbanks, dozens of southern carmine bee-eaters burst into the sky like vivid arrows of color. With slender wings, agile flight, and brilliant plumage, they are among the most beautiful and captivating birds of Africa. The southern carmine bee-eater Merops nubicoides sports a striking coat of bright pink mixed with reddish orange, emerald green wings and tail, and a turquoise blue throat. A spectacular blend crafted by nature. These medium-sized birds measure between 25 to 28 centimeters in length, with slender curved beaks, perfect tools for snatching fast-flying prey like bees and other winged insects. Masters of aerial hunting, they fly in coordinated groups, each bird twisting and tumbling through the air to catch bees, wasps, dragonflies, and more. Before swallowing, they often strike the insect against a branch to remove its sting, a behavior that reveals a sophisticated evolution of hunting skill. These birds live and nest in large colonies along the clay banks of rivers. They dig tunnels up to 2 meters deep to lay their eggs. Particularly social, carmine bee-eaters are known for their lively calls, constant branch hopping, and strong in-group interaction. When danger nears, the entire flock takes flight at once, forming a dazzling cloud of color, a defensive strategy that is both disorienting and overwhelming for predators. As seasonal migrants, carmine bee-eaters bring their own rhythm to the Luangwa River. They arrive in late dry season and early rains, when insect life is abundant, and depart when food dwindles. Each appearance paints a vibrant picture across the African sky, where beauty is not just survival but radiance. While the skies of Luangwa remain alive with bird calls and the soft breeze over the savannah, the ground trembles under heavy footfalls. From afar, a herd of African elephants approaches the river's edge, kicking up clouds of dust with each deliberate and powerful step. The African elephant, Loxodonta africana, is the largest land animal on Earth. Adult males can weigh up to 6,000 kilograms and stand nearly 4 meters tall. But their massive size is not the only reason they embody strength. During mating season, the calm demeanor of bull elephants is often replaced by rage and intense instinct to dominate. This mating phase, known as must, is when testosterone levels in bulls surge dramatically. Along with secretions from the temporal glands, the bulls become agitated, aggressive, and ready to fight for mating rights with the females. On the cracked, dry earth, two bulls in must face off. Both enormous, they shake their heads and bellow with deep, thunderous calls that reverberate through the landscape. There is no room for submission. After several intense minutes, one bull begins to retreat, quietly withdrawing amid the growls of the victor. The winner, now entitled to approach the females, raises his head high and strides towards the herd, where the watching females have followed every move. Among elephants, mating rights do not belong to the wisest or the oldest, but to the strongest, those willing to risk everything for a chance to pass on their lineage. In the wild, life continues not only through love, but through conflict, natural selection, and an uncompromising strength.